was diagnosed with cancer, I felt in a way relieved because after so long of misdiagnosis, I knew something could be done about it and that I could finally get better. I stayed so happy because I knew being upset wasn't going to make my tumour feel sorry for me and stop growing, so the best way was to laugh about it and just get on with it as quickly as possible so it could be over. Hi, I'm Shelbee Clarke. I'm 20 years old and I was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma at the age of 18. Before I was diagnosed, I had 6 months of misdiagnosis from my GP. I visited my GP every 2 weeks and was told each symptom was something else. With teenage cancers, there are 5 symptoms. There's a change in the mole, which I didn't have because that's for skin cancer. There's a lump, bump or swelling, which I did have, that you could see come out of my back, and I was told it was a muscle spasm. I couldn't eat and I was told that was just, it was all in my head and sent me to a psychiatrist. I couldn't sleep, she said that was because I was a teenager. And I had severe pain down my leg and she said that was a dodgy hip.
Vlog until yesterday. I don't even know if you can hear me because my voice. I was really ill yesterday, throwing up and everything, and Mum just rung C9. They spoke to the doctor and I've got to go in to A&E to be examined and stuff and whatever.
It wasn't until I went to school one day and I was being violently sick and I couldn't concentrate or anything, so my mum picked me up. I come home and sobbed on the sofa for 2 to 3 hours. My mum took me to A&E. I spent 20 minutes in A&E before I saw the triage, and she put me straight on a bed, and within minutes there was doctors everywhere around me. I didn't have a clue what was going on until 2 days later when I was given the diagnosis of cancer. My family responded in the most emotional way I could have expected. We were going through a rough time anyway because my nan was terminally ill and so was my uncle. And me, I was just like the cherry on top of a really bad year. So everyone broke down and I was the only happy one about it. My friends found it really hard because everyone has had someone they love had cancer, and at such a young age it comes to such, it was a massive shock to everybody, so they didn't know how to react.
Well, I remember the day so clearly. I remember walking to the hospital to go and see her when she was in there. There was a whole group of us. Went in there, we were sat talking to her for a while. Then the nurse came, wanted to talk to her, and then we all found out. And I was just like, what? And it was only until I got home and was telling my mum about it when I'm gonna cry. It's only when I got home and I was telling my mum and I started crying, and then she started crying, my sister started crying, and then having to tell people over and over again. It was really hard, but I knew she'd be fine because everything she was already going through, because I know how strong she is.
But yeah, we're going to do a vlog each day so everyone can see how I'm doing. The same thing over and over, and telling people, every single person I know, how I'm doing.
And I have to listen to it, okay? And I'm bored. No offence.
What I hated the most was when everyone tiptoed around me, like they didn't know what to say to me, they didn't know if they could talk about it. But I was the same person. The cancer wasn't going to define who I was, and I wouldn't let it, because I love to laugh and I love to joke about things, so why should cancer be an exception to me not doing that?
Good morning, it's Tuesday and it's chemo week. My favourite, woo! No, I'm kidding. We're running a little bit late, but they're always really late, so it doesn't really matter.
I was put straight onto aggressive chemo for 6 lots every 3 weeks. I would spend a week in hospital and then 2 weeks at home. My first chemo, I got severely ill and spent 3 weeks in hospital, which attacked my immune system.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh no!
Kidding!
And then when I got here, I got my port done. These are smaller ones, so they're not on top of each other.
but the needle sticks out at the top, so I've got to have this spongy bit. And Lauren did a smiley face for me.
Smile face?
Like on my head.
They're twins.
I had to stop my chemo for 9 weeks and let my immune system build itself back up. I had to have over 24 blood transfusions and a lot of platelets recounts.
I didn't really want to vlog, but I want to show that everything's not always smiles. I'm not always smiling yet. I have my down days and stuff, but it's just really crap because it's such good people that don't get to say, yeah, I survived it. And it's just...
The biggest side effect I've had from chemo is something called chemo brain. Some people think it's just an excuse for like forgetting things or not being able to talk properly, like that. That's a perfect example. Not being able to talk properly. But it's the biggest side effect I've had, and I know a lot of my friends have had. The chemo affects fast-growing cells, which can affect some of the cells in your brain. It's hard to concentrate, and it's hard it's hard to sleep. On the 25th of February 2014, I was given the all clear, and now in remission. The ward I was treated on at Addenbrooke's was a ward called Teenage Cancer Trust, which is now well known to everybody, but it's a ward that I didn't know about until I was diagnosed. I don't know if you can read my hat, but it is a Stand Up to Cancer hat, and that charity itself has helped me a great deal because it helps put people my age out there that we do get cancer, because a lot of people think teenagers don't get it, and I think that's why a lot of GPs misdiagnose so many people. My best friend was on Stand Up to Cancer, and she sadly passed away 6 weeks after we filmed it with her. And because of that, it raised so much money. With the money that is raised through cancer research, Stand Up to Cancer and the Teenage Cancer Trust, they can push even harder to find a cure for each cancer, and maybe one day cure every cancer and make the rate up to 100% survival. My future now, hopefully, will be PE teaching. I've always got the option of going into the police force, but PE teaching has always been my dream, and hopefully once I've had an operation to fix the bones in my pelvis, I can carry on with my dream and be a PE teacher and maybe help fundraising the Teenage Cancer Trust, and hopefully I'm going to aim to try and run a marathon, which is way out of my league, to raise money for people who have helped me so I can help other people.
If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border,